There must be something in the water in the Great White North.
Canada? Wow. Must have been cold.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Canadian comedians.
Check out the flags. Now what is that? Was that a weed on there or what? Come on, give me a break. Nice flag.
Number 10, Seth Rogen. Kicking off our list is one of Canada's best young comedians. Since his Freaks and Geeks days, Rogen wrote for The Ali G Show before showing a wider audience what he could do in The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Did you just flick me in the nuts? No. Flicked you in the fleshy patch where your nuts used to be.
It was Knocked Up, Superbad, and Pineapple Express that made him a household name, showed off his deadpan sarcasm, and held up the Vancouver stoner stereotype. Number 9, Russell Peters.
Oh, somebody brought a kid? Good job, huh? Good job.
This Brampton-born stand-up is one of the funniest and most successful on the circuit, Canadian or not. Anyone can relate to his routines, but Canadians especially connect to his unique racial experiences.
Russell! Somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
He also opened for Charlie Sheen on the Canadian leg of his violent Torpedo of Truth tour. They can't all be hits. Number 8, Martin Short. This Hamilton, Ontario native began on the legendary Canadian sketch comedy show SCTV and has made us laugh ever since.
The Situation.
Yo, baby, you gotta chill the out. You, Mike!
JWoww.
Douchebag!
Characters like Ed Grimley followed him to Saturday Night Live, where he became a formidable impersonator. Cue Jiminy Glick and great stage performances, and you've got a star in your hands. Memorable roles in Three Amigos, Mars Attacks, and Father of the Bride reminded us he's one of the funniest Canadians around. Number 7, Norm Macdonald. You either love him or you hate him. Born in Quebec City, Macdonald would have ranked higher if he didn't make jokes about renouncing his home country. While his celebrity impersonations on SNL weren't exactly dead on, they were entertaining as hell.
Yeah, I found this backstage. Oversized hat. It's funny.
No, it's not.
Sure it is. It's funny. It's funny because it's bigger than a normal hat.
Controversy is this guy's middle name, and while that gets him into trouble, he's still alive and kicking.
I've never seen so many dead hookers in all my life.
Number 6, Phil Hartman.
McNugget is released from Great Britain to Somalia, intercepted by warlords.
Born in Brantford, Ontario, Hartman's first foray into comedy came when he and Paul Rubens created the characters Pee Wee Herman and Captain Carl. Hartman eventually took his unmistakable voice and impersonations to SNL, where he flourished.
Come on, swing, baby, you platinum.
You may remember him from such brilliant Simpsons roles as Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz.
I'm Troy McClure, and I'll leave you with what we all came here to see. Hardcore nudity!
In addition to movie and TV roles aplenty, including a show with fellow funny Canuck Dave Foley.
You're from Canada, eh?
Wisconsin, actually.
Wisconsin, cool. The Badger State, the nation's dairy land. Great country out there.
Number 5, Leslie Nielsen.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Most remember this Saskatchewan-born actor as a hilarious comedian, but he actually started in drama. Good thing he made the switch, or we wouldn't have the memorable Naked Gun series.
By the way, I faked every orgasm.
Nielsen actually became the king of spoofs with his first comedic turn in Airplane.
This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.
But his most Canadian role came when he portrayed a retired curling champ in Men with Brooms. Number 4, John Candy. This lovable Torontonian used impressive impersonations and hilarious characters to win fans on SCTV. A breakout role in Splash made room for side-splitting comedies like Spaceballs, Cool Runnings, Uncle Buck, and of course, Canadian Bacon.
You Canadians are so sneaky.
His name is even on the Canadian Football League's Grey Cup as former part owner of the Toronto Argonauts. You can't get more Canuck than that. Number 3, Mike Myers.
I am so full of anticipation that my genitals have sucked up into my body cavity.
Wayne Campbell, Austin Powers, Shrek. He's done it all. After growing up in Scarborough, Ontario, Myers built an SNL cast of characters that included Linda Richman, host of Coffee Talk, and Dieter, host of Sprockets. But it was the pairing of Wayne and Garth that skyrocketed him to film fame.
I'm sorry, I know it's your mom, but I'm afraid she's a babe. Swing.
And only a Canadian would have hockey play such a huge role in a movie. Number 2. Dan Aykroyd.
There's no other pair of Czech brothers who cruise and swing so successfully in tight slacks.
This Ottawa-born blues brother prospered on SNL with original characters like Two Wild and Crazy Guys and Beldar Conehead.
You have stimulated me. Let us return to the sleep chamber immediately.
Of course, his unparalleled writing skills and memorable catchphrase didn't hurt either.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Comedies like The Great Outdoors and Ghostbusters solidified Aykroyd's spot on this list. And while he was in a movie called My Fellow Americans, we'll let that go since he was also in Canadian Bacon. Number 1. Jim Carrey. Coming in at number 1 is the man nicknamed Rubberface.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
His stand-up routines poked fun at Canada, but this Newmarket, Ontario boy earned his stripes as the white guy on In Living Color. His slapstick talent made him a star in Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Bruce Almighty. But Jim Carrey tops this list simply because he got famous for talking out of his butt.
Thank you for all your cooperation. By the way, do you have a mint? Perhaps some Banaka?
With so many hilarious comedians coming out of Canada, we're sure we've missed a few. Who's your favorite?